Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another marvelous episode of the Judgiest place on the internet. My name is Josh.
My name's Erica.
And my name, sadly, is Christian.
And we aren't the Joe
Judgy.
Rogan Experience, but we are the
Judgies.
Judgies. Is Joe Rogan relevant?
No.
Is he?
I mean, like, I guess in the grand scheme of things, yes. But probably not really.
Yeah. Can I say Joe?
No. What's up?
What's up, Erica? How you doing?
I'm fine.
Just fine?
Yeah, Olson's got a really upset tummy tonight, and we had to leave him practically screaming with my mom, and I feel bad about it.
Get over it. Right?
No, this is actually when the trauma kind of sets in. He's going to have a lot of issues for life now because of you.
Me?
Yeah.
Like, I forced you guys, like, hey, you guys committed to a time. You got to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be pointing fingers. I may have already, but I do think we have some fingers to point at a certain podcaster in this room.
It's Erica. Everything's mom's fault.
Always. So I need you to, like, really bring in all the energy and,
Oh,
and
no.
distract me.
Distract you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, how about we open up some fun and wacky Erica and the boys, I guess, from Salt Lake City, Vermont.
Hey, wrong state,
Vermont?
dummy.
It says Vermont right on there. That's some listener submitted mail. So if you want to submit some mail to our P.O. Box, it's P.O. Box 5861350,
Joshua.
Ottawa, Illinois. I understand that it's Utah. What?
Okay. As long as you understand.
Yeah. So there's this fun little thing I do sometimes, which is fuck around
Oh
with
my
you.
goodness, look at all this.
That pisses me off. I was very confused. I was like, there can't possibly be another Salt Lake City.
Right. There's only, famously, there's two types of water. It's Salt Lake City and then all the rest.
Also, like,
Pull.
in theory, don't you think... Oh, wow, that's a lot of candies.
There you go.
Like, Vermont's so close to the Atlantic Ocean already. Like, it's just, I don't know, river delta.
Look at
an
this.
estuary.
This is a cool envelope. This
That
is
is a neat
cool little stationery.
Estuary.
Look at that. Look at
Wow, that's really cool.
It's pretty. Judgies!
Hello.
I love the pod so much. Thanks for all the content. You're welcome.
Hey.
I know I missed Pride by a couple months, but I still thought Erica would enjoy. I hope you guys like coloring because I included the Halloween coloring pages I designed last year. Also some prints of mine. Anyway, I love you guys. Sincerely, Stoned in Salt Lake. He/him. Oh, thank you. You have very nice handwriting for a he/him.
That's a dig. all you he/hims out there, that's a fucking dig at you.
This is specifically for me. And yes, he made these.
Him made these. You can use either of them.
He made these. Him made. Ooh, these are fun.
Those are very cool.
Are they him-made earrings?
Earrings?
Oh, and they rattle when you shake them?
No, this one is
Oh.
just stuck. Look at that.
What are they?
Earrings.
No, but like, are they just colors? I can't really see from
Well,
over
this
here.
is purple and pink, which is bisexual flag colors.
Yeah.
And then there are little flowers at the bottom.
Okay, that's
or
what I was.
they might be bells. They're bells.
That's what I was asking.
And then the
But
other
this
ones.
one's just rainbow.
It is
stuff.
Bisexual Awareness Week, so we're all aware.
Is it actually?
Bisexuality exists. Yeah.
Way to stay on top of things, Josh.
Yeah, I'm
Some
kind of.
bisexual I am.
I
They
sorta-
also set candies.
I sort of need to know what it is. That way, I know to let all my anger out towards the bi
Ooh.
community specifically.
These are some prints that he made. These are very cool. This one looks like vaginas. Was that intentional?
That's striped. That's muscles, right?
No, those are vaginas. That's the clitoris and then urethra and the vagina.
The vagina is a muscle.
That's a great point. And then this is a little Halloween coloring book.
That's
I love
pretty
it.
Cool.
You are very talented.
Sucks that none of that's for me.
Boo, you whore. That was perfect timing. There's 4 of them. There's one for each of us.
What?
And Aurora.
That's awesome. How about this 5-star review on Apple Podcasts? Can I say we're down 25% this month on podcast reviews on Apple Podcasts? I don't know why it decided to show me that metric today.
Hey, you just quit your job?
Yeah.
You want to feel good? How about you know that we're down 25%?
So heading over, there's a link in the description. Apple Podcast reviews.
Wait,
Great.
quick, Josh, just quick. Can you? Is it noticeable orally that I have something in my mouth?
Yes.
Entirely.
What's it taste like?
I don't know.
Can I have one?
What do you mean?
Like,
Is it chocolate?
no, it's a hard candy. It's similar to berries and cream.
Berries and cream? Are you a little lad that loves berries and cream?
Not anymore.
But it
You got
has-
a great new haircut.
I believe Japanese.
That looks Chinese to me. Or Mandarin, I guess, would be. I don't know, but here's
called kanji.
I don't know. Here is the review. 10 out of 10. Great podcast. They're not too loud even when they laugh.
You're welcome.
Only men with mics I support.
Okay.
That's fair.
I'll always support Erica. I was listening to the podcast, and I farted at the same time Josh's dog did. I heard Richard sound disgusted and thought she could smell it. I listen to you all the time. I'm sorry for any mistakes. I'm Egyptian, and honestly, don't really care as long as you understand what I'm trying to say. Love y'all. What a nice little review.
It's beautiful.
I love
Thank
to
you.
hear a review from a parasocial pooter.
That is really funny. Parasocial Pooter merch coming soon.
I don't like that. I don't like that phrase.
Well,
Oh.
merch is coming soon, so I hope you get ready for it.
I'm going to hate this.
It doesn't taste bad. It's just orally, it was poor for the quality of the episode.
Can I say fuck whoever came up with oral and aural?
Yeah,
Like, how about we make them different sounds, huh?
I would agree.
Maybe it's because we're Midwestern.
Maybe we don't have them orally sound exactly the same when I'm saying morally.
Anyway.
Do you not agree? Do you think oral and moral and oral are all different?
Yeah.
What about the type of mushrooms with the holes in them that people eat with steak?
Those are morel.
Moral, yeah. Eric, I'm trying to bring you out of the ditch because not only do we mispronounce words on this podcast, we
You do,
also
maybe.
podcast on this podcast. And what that entails is going online and finding silly little stories and laughing at them and judging them. And this week's episode, it's my episode.
Josh, I'm going to need you
Hooray.
to quit yelling into the mic.
I'm going to need you to keep yelling into the mic.
Erica, 1 through 4.
2.75.
You little fucker.
What an insane thing to say.
Hey, you didn't state rational numbers.
Rational. They're all rational, fucker.
I don't know. What's
Whole?
Yeah, you little fucker. Oh, sorry, I haven't taken 4th grade math since 4th grade.
8
you just want me
years
to-
ago.
you just want me to- you just want me to hold
more
that?
embarrassing if you have taken 4th grade math since 4th grade. This is from r/therapy.
Ooh.
Is that a whoop?
That's a whoop. My therapist told me I dress inappropriately. You can really hear that it's in my mouth. Huh?
Yeah, that's why I spit mine out. Why did you go, oh, it sounds bad in his mouth? It'll sound good in my mouth.
Well, I sort of have better mouth shape than you.
I would agree.
I would disagree.
Inner, not outer. You would never know.
That's true.
I do know, and it's better than mine. I take a cast of all my friends' mouths.
For what purpose?
Scientific purposes.
And ears. He's really trying to find out the oral and the aural tendencies of his friends.
Okay.
My therapist told me I dress inappropriately. I'd been seeing my therapist, Leo, red flag, first of all.
Excuse you.
For a therapist,
Yeah, for a therapist, you don't want any therapist that has only 3 letters in their name.
male Leo as well.
You know, if he's a Leo, he's all about himself. He's very self-centered.
He. I had been seeing my therapist, Leo, for about 6 months and had made excellent progress.
Good for you.
I was very happy with the matchup, and we made leaps and bounds towards better mental health, boundaries, and healing of complex childhood trauma.
We love that.
Until last week.
Wah.
Leo began our session by telling me the way I was dressed was inappropriate and that he was distracted during our session.
That sounds like a him problem.
I was wearing black leggings and a cropped t-shirt. My midriff was only showing slightly, and I understood how that might be distracting to anyone.
No.
I'm hot as shit.
Okay.
My navel is 10 out of 10.
Did you ad-lib that?
No.
Yeah.
It's in parentheses, so you didn't have to read it, but...
Yeah. It had a footnote. I had to scroll all the way down to the bottom, asterisk, scroll down, 2 asterisks. You understand what a footnote is. I never my midriff was showing slightly, and I understood how that might be distracting to anyone, but never considered it even remotely inappropriate.
Because it's not.
At the beginning of the session, I agreed to be more mindful of my outfits. Whatever. However, Leo insisted on hammering it into me for the rest of my session that his distraction and preoccupation by my clothing choice was not his fault, but my parents' fault.
Whoa.
When I said that I felt afraid and shamed by him saying this behind a closed door, that it was not his fault, but my parents for not protecting me, and that's why I feel appropriate to dress provocatively on the daily basis.
That's not even... What?
I don't know.
This is insane.
It's very poorly worded, I think.
He's
too.
like, hey, I know your insecurities, and I'm actually going to put my problems onto you.
I hesitated to tell anyone about this because I was so embarrassed, but I told my fiance and my closest friends and relatives.
And now I'm telling the internet, and then they're going to read it on a podcast, and they're going to tell their friends.
They all pushed me to follow my instincts and cancel further sessions with Leo. I did. Fast forward to tonight, my fiance now lets it all out. He thinks I dramatically overreacted, and he's no longer certain that he can handle my trauma, asking, what happened to the fearless girl I met 2 years ago?
What? Where is that coming from? Because she fucking didn't feel comfortable with her therapist anymore?
I don't know. Do you think the guy had, like, his fiance had an in with Leo? Like, you think they're boys or something?
Maybe.
He was getting
That's a
free
problem.
therapy.
That's a problem in itself.
Yeah. When I explained that I was fearless because I had to be, and now that I'm safe, I don't need to be fearless anymore, he said it's, quote, no excuse.
Oh, my God.
My question is it ever appropriate for a counselor to comment on your clothing choice if it is not a threat to yourself or others?
No.
And how, if there is any other way, do you bridge a gap? If there's any way, do you bridge the gap of helping a partner to understand experiences and trauma they could never imagine?
Oh, my God.
This poor person.
Yeah.
You have more than one issue than, like, I think it was the clothes that did all this.
Dude, that's
No.
insane.
I mean, again, very, very sad for you, but lucky it happened before the wedding, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, if it's gonna happen, at least you're saving some money.
Yeah. God.
Hope you can get some money back on those deposits for that wedding.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, they have a long engagement. They don't actually have any deposits down yet.
You definitely make Ryan pay for those.
Sounds like Orion, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, like, what? Literally, he's just admitting, like, I only like you when you're happy. And when you're not happy, you get the fuck out of here. I'm just like that song when you're always so sad in photographs. But I absolutely love it when she smiles.
Mm.
Yeah, it's insane that he was just like, you have to come to me for any kind of therapy? Come on.
Yeah, it was the mildest. It was such a fucking home run, easy lob softball answer of, like, do you think my therapist overreached? And he always just, done.
Why did you have to ask me for advice?
Just ask your therapist if you think your therapist overstepped. Come on.
He did. Yeah, that's the answer. Is
Yeah.
your therapist overstepped?
What an insane thing, too. I don't know how you can just, like, keep it together professionally. To be like, I'm so distracted.
Yeah.
You got such a hot Audi.
The Audi was on the same level as Zoe Kravitz. Does that change how you're thinking?
No.
He's
It
still a
does
piece
not
of
matter
shit.
if she had an Audi or an innie. It shouldn't matter what she was
What if there's a
wearing at all.
Mercedes instead of an Audi?
Very nice, Christian. Oh no, the cross carrot boot bonk.
Bonk.
That's gonna be like big explosions, fireworks. It's still going on right now.
Yeah, we do need to leave a little bit of air
Yeah.
so we can get all the noises in. Ow. You can cut this in. Ow. Ooh, ow.
So there you go. There's a nice little whoop. r/therapy. Here's another Reddit story from another
No way.
Reddit subreddit.
An entirely different Reddit?
That's right. This is Shreddit because am I the asshole for getting into an argument with this guy at a party when he tried to act like he couldn't tell I worked out even though it's obvious I do?
You had me with arguing with a guy at a party. I was like, hell yeah, I'm for it. And then you lost me.
I'm fucking shredded. Are you kidding me? Do I work out?
This guy must be a Leo.
Hey.
I'm big into powerlifting. Are you done interrupting?
That was so loud.
The silent fist
ow,
bump.
Ooh, 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 ow, ooh.
Hey, how about you guys don't look at each other while I'm speaking? I'm big into powerlifting and have done meets and all that. I'm a pretty big guy.
Wait, meats like MEAT, like meat sweats, or like
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Arby's. He's done the meets.
If you know
and then I'm
anything
gonna
about...
insert the boom, boom, and then
Yeah, we'll leave a little bit of air.
Fireworks.
We'll leave a little bit of air.
Christian, your reaction when you eat an Arby's sandwich?
yum.
Great time to shout out.
Sponsor is so good.
Our this week's sponsor, Arby's. Arby's diarrhea.
Yeah, Eric, if you knew anything about powerlifting communities, you would know that they do participate in meats, and it is just eating gross, disgusting amounts of MEAT meat.
That's what I thought.
I'm a pretty big guy at 6'1" and 285 lbs, but I am on the chunky side, even though I have a lot of muscle.
Yeah, is this me? Did I write this?
No, because you're 6'2".
You're a shrimp. You're pathetic. You're weak.
And of course, we all know that height scales are like the horseshoe theory, where sometimes you get short and it is actually tall again.
Yes.
Yes.
Eventually get back around to being tall.
I swear I'm not trying to brag. This is all relevant. So my wife and I, biggest twist of the story, right?
That he's married.
So my wife and I went over to our friend's pool party over the weekend, and one of our friends had brought his cousin along with him, as well as the guy's girlfriend. I'll call the guy Jay. Both of them are in incredible shape, ripped with abs, and even though they aren't super heavily muscled, they clearly lift. So when they sit down next to me and introduce themselves, I decide to make some small talk center out our interest in working out. You know, I'm like, hey, nice to meet you guys. Wow, you guys are in incredible shape. I'm pretty into working out myself. I'm just not into being ripped.
I just don't like that part.
How did he get a wife when all he knows how to do is neg?
That's what did it for
This
him,
is the most gym bro, like me and my girlfriend saw you from across the bar. Like, hey, I see you guys are fucking shredded.
Yeah.
I'm just not into being ripped. I'm more into pure size and strength. Just competed in a powerlifting meet a few weeks ago. So Jay goes, oh, wow, you lift? I didn't even know. His girlfriend tries to hide a smile, so I can tell they're being rude. That's what gave it away. Not him just being like, oh, you look fat as shit, and not ripped, actually.
Well, I mean, hold up. 280 on a 6'1" frame is actually a completely
Pretty slender.
fine. That's completely fine body proportions.
I laugh a bit and play it off. Didn't show that I was hurt. I say, oh, come on, you can obviously tell I lift. Stop messing with me. I might be fat, but I'm clearly a strong fat, and it's obvious I lift heavy shit. Jay just goes, oh, sorry, I just couldn't tell by looking. His girlfriend laughs and then tells him to stop. I tell him he's just being a plain asshole. He tries to make it seem like I'm overreacting and tells me to chill out. I say I am, but I don't like how he's being. There's a cut. That's screenshots. Let me.
I don't like how you're being.
a
you're
dick.
You're.
I don't like how you're being a dick. He tells me, man, for such a large guy who claims to be so strong, you sure have a weak ego. I decided.
Absolutely got his ass. Absolutely roasted his ass.
What was the dude's name? The
Jay.
Jay. I like Jay. We're having a good time with Jay.
He sounds like an asshole too. No, you can't just like if somebody tells you you lift, you go, no, you don't. You know what I mean?
I would have never guessed that.
What if somebody was like, oh, you don't eat carbs? I don't eat carbs. Fucking don't look like it. Look like you had a spoonful of sugar right before you walked over here.
Helps the medicine go down.
Well, the medicine is telling yourself that you lift. I decide I don't want to deal with them anymore, so I get up and walk away. As I do that, I say, at least my woman isn't taller than me. Did I mention the guy was short? Guy couldn't be any more than 5'6" max, and this girl probably wasn't much shorter than me. Probably.
Get fucked, Jay.
He does. That's the whole thing.
Oh.
Probably has a serious Napoleon complex. He laughs at that, but I imagine he was fuming inside.
My joke didn't get to him, but I know deep down it did.
Fuck, this guy's better at hiding shit than I am. I talked to my wife about them, and she agreed they were total assholes and that Jay, as some insecure little man, was probably jealous of how much bigger I was than him and probably felt threatened in front of his girl. Supportive wife. You gotta love a supportive wife. Do you think my wife and I are correct with saying that Jay was the true asshole, or was I actually the asshole? I'm a grown man, so I can admit to my mistakes if I'm actually in the wrong somehow.
Are we sure?
I think this has to get the very... We don't give this out much on this podcast. Everyone sucks here.
I think it really is.
It really is.
There's no redeeming characters in this, or maybe the wife being a supportive wife.
But she married him, so.
Yeah,
Well,
the wife is the only good person here.
We
Listen,
don't,
we
we
all
don't
make
victim
mistakes.
blame, yeah.
But as somebody that's 6'2" and 280 pounds,
Yeah.
I have to tell you, we just have a frame of someone that looks like they do manual labor.
Yeah, that is an insane build that, like, you look strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just because you're not shredded doesn't mean that, like, that's such a rude thing. Like, even if let's say this guy, like, didn't have an athletic build and was, like, just getting into lifting, for somebody to be like, oh, you don't look like you lift, actually, so don't say you lift, is just so fucking rude.
But he didn't say you don't look like you look like you lift. You're not that big, whatever. He was just like, oh, couldn't tell. Like, the dude came up being weird.
I guess.
Where's your pump cover? You don't even look like you lift.
I don't know. It just seems so insane. Like, it's like if I came up to somebody who's like, oh yeah, I play Pokemon on the side. You'd be like, oh, you don't look like you play Pokemon.
You
It's like,
absolutely
hold
look
up.
like you
What
play
the-
Pokemon.
really?
What the fuck?
100%.
No. Fuck. But, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just, like, so weird to be like, you're at a social event, a party, and to just shut somebody down.
Yeah.
But he also just completely overreacted.
Yeah.
I love the bit where he's like, my joke didn't land, but I could tell it hurt him.
He hit it well, but I know deep down he's just absolutely destroyed.
Just like my Max. Yeah, I'm a power lifter. Did you know that?
What are you guys
Have
up to
you
now?
competed in any meets?
I don't eat Arby's. Famously, I'm an anti-Arby boy.
Really?
How
Too expensive.
It is.
It is kind of expensive. How much are we lifting nowadays? We max in like 2 weeks.
No,
We'll get
it's,
back to you.
it's like 5 weeks, I thought.
Oh yeah, it's like
We have another cycle.
it's a little ramp at the end.
Yeah.
We got another trend cycle or whatever it's called.
I regret asking.
We're doing steroids.
All right, well, how about this, Erica? That last one
happy.
was for me.
Okay.
This one is for
Me?
probably not.
P.
It's still kind of for me.
It is your episode. That's fair.
My 25 female boyfriend, 33 male, tells me I'm past my prime now that I'm 25. And this is, let me insert an Aurora joke because I read this title to her. What is she dating, Leonardo DiCaprio?
I was also thinking that.
But he's way older than 33.
35?
He wasn't at some
33.
point. Yeah, and he was still dating a 25-year-old.
No, he wasn't dating a 25-year-old because he broke up with her the night before.
After my boy...
Go ahead.
After
are
my
you guys
boy-
done?
After my boy...
Are you guys done letting me speak?
Yeah, I guess I'll give you a second to speak.
Are you guys done not interrupting me? After my boy... After my birthday, him and his friends were jokingly trying to wind me up, I assume, saying girls get worse after the age of 21 to 23.
Wind her up. I thought you said wind me up, and I was like, this sounds like a dangerous situation.
Oh, no, wind me up. I think she is British.
Wind me up is a term used here as well.
You're fucking winding me up right now, Josh.
Wait until I get to the next sentence. You're gonna.
I'm a
completely-
fit bird.
You're gonna eat your freaking words, Erica. You're gonna eat your little freaking words.
Okay.
I'm British as shit.
Nom, 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 nom.
The Queen died. No.
So fucking British, mate.
Saying girls get worse after the age of 21 to 23, whereas guys get better with age. Annoying, but whatever. I took it as a weird joke. But later on, I heard them discussing it when I stood at the bar,
Clearly British.
Very British.
Yeah.
saying a guy in his 30s is technically younger than a girl in her mid-20s or some dumb thing like that. I don't know.
Technically? Technically?
Even though guys die 13 years prior to women, technically 30 is younger than 20. I don't know what to make of this, but it upsets me. I guess he's made me insecure.
Yeah,
Others told
that's
me
what older men do.
Yeah, I mean, for a 33-year-old to be like 21's the best age, right?
Well, yeah. Ugh.
Others told me 25 is still young, and I'm a lot younger than them. But I feel like does he actually love me, or am I wasting my time with him when I could find someone who values me for me, rather than a guy who will leave me or cheat in a few years with someone younger given the chance?
Yeah, it absolutely sounds like he would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's literally admitting to you right now, like younger than you is hotter to me.
23 is when that's peak hot, and you're just kind of going downhill from here. So, I mean, I don't want to get in your head, but Leo had it right the whole time.
Has Leo done anything wrong?
I mean, he's never won an Oscar, so.
He won one.
I think he finally won one.
They
right?
gave him one. He didn't win it for The Revenant, so they gave him one for something he didn't deserve it in.
He honestly did deserve it for The Revenant. It was a very good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how long it took him to win that Oscar? 25 fucking years. Yeah, it's starting to make sense now.
He would have denied it. If they didn't give it to him at 25, he would have said, I don't want that.
Yeah.
It's too old for me.
I mean, granted, obviously problematic dating history or whatever you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 25 is old enough for the woman to know what she's getting into, right? But
I don't think we
again,
need to get into
she's
this
younger than 25, so I retract my statement. Now, great actor. Like, what a great resume of films.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
Eating
Fortunately.
Gilbert Grape?
That's not even as good.
That's a good movie.
That's when he
It's
was young.
fine.
It's a pretty good movie.
It's fine at
You
most.
think it's fine? You're like you're in the mindset of like, oh, black and white's bad. I feel like,
That movie's not in black and white.
but you're just
Spiritually,
like
it's
it's like,
black-
oh, that's from the '90s. That's just okay. It doesn't hold up.
I
to today's
notoriously love 90s culture. What do you mean?
Not movies. What's your favorite movie?
From the
Eating Gilbert
90s?
Grape.
No, in general.
In general?
Yeah.
Not a 90s film.
Well, here we go.
But that doesn't have anything to do with
What's
it.
your favorite 90s movie? Wizard of Oz?
No. That was from the 30s.
That
dude.
movie fucking sucked. It was in black and white until
I thought it was from the 1890s.
the second half was actually pretty good.
Joshua.
It's that's a little thing I do called fucking with you.
Tee hee.
What's your favorite 90s movie?
Ooh. I really like Fight Club.
Wow. Another Leonardo DiCaprio stinker. Brad
No?
Pitt is Leonardo DiCaprio.
It's Leonardo DiCaprio in italics.
No, it's bold. Brad Pitt is bold, right?
I'm also a big fan of Practical Magic.
Great
Never even
movies.
heard of that.
I'm pretty sure that's a 90s film.
I don't like black
The
and white movies.
Craft.
Is that about cheese?
No, it's about witches.
Oh, like witchcraft.
Yeah. Movie did not age well. There's lots of
It's the 90s.
problematic things in it, but good movie.
It's the 90s. A lot of problematic things came from the 90s. Me?
Do you guys ever get anxiety when you think that the 90s was 30 years ago?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Moving on.
Edit. He does nice things for me, too. He takes me out for meals and buys me drinks if we go out. He bugs me up. That's the British sentence, right? I don't know what bugs me up means. He bugs me up and says nice things a lot of the time.
Oh, wow. He's doing the bare fucking minimum.
He's a
You've
really
got
good
a real
boyfriend.
winner.
He's such a good boyfriend. He pays for me sometimes, and every once in a while he compliments me.
Just this joking about younger girls keeps coming up too often. So that's her problem.
Happening.
It's happened more than once.
It's a red flag. Goodbye.
Edit 2. A few people say this is sex related, but weirdly, he never wants sex.
Oh,
Because you're too old for him.
Your dusty ass pussy.
Hey, editor, we're gonna need to bleep that. That was too obscene for me to hear. So I need you to edit it in my ears.
That was the remix to WAP. It was DOP. 7 days a week. It's a Halloween edit.
Editor, let's bleep that.
Got some bats in my cave. We understand the joke. Laugh, thank you. Are we done fucking interrupting me?
Edit 2.
Have I done this bit before where I yell at you for interrupting me multiple times?
No.
Hey, I'll let you know when I'm looking for an answer.
Speaking of doing bits multiple times, I actually did that. It's in parentheses. You didn't actually have to read it, but I did that a few episodes ago. I have to come clean.
It's a good bit. You can do callbacks.
Well, it's not really. It wasn't a callback until this moment when I brought it up. It would have been like, oh, I'm actually a Judgies like Lord. So Teo would have got it. No one else would have got it. If you're in the Discord, you know who Teo is. If you're not in the Discord, hey, maybe head over to patreon.com/Judgies and join the Discord for $1 a month and for life.
Thanks, Charlie. He only likes giving and receiving head. He says he's, quote, scared of getting me pregnant. Despite the fact that I'm on the pill or I'm too tight. So she's not even turned on during sex is what I'm hearing.
But also, for the listeners at home, your tightness has nothing to do with whether or not you can get pregnant.
Is that like a common myth?
I didn't think so, but I feel like it needs to be stated.
I feel like that's what she's implying is because she's so tight, it makes her get... It's because it's a narrower hole for the sperm to swim
Incorrect.
It can't get as lost. It's a straighter line to swim in.
through. Guys, I don't know whether to go on the XY axis or the Z axis. I'm really lost here.
Call me Hurley.
What?
He's a person on the show, the hit show Lost.
I'm sorry. I didn't ask for you to fucking interrupt me. What a crazy episode. Let's start. We haven't hit record on the cameras yet.
Oh, frick.
That was all just a primer.
Hey, I warmed up.
You guys need to stop interrupting me for serious.
For serious. I'm so sorry.
I'm being very serious right now.
You're literally laughing. You're not being serious at all. You're being goofy.
You're interrupting him. Let him speak.
We used to have sex. It stopped when we got into we used to have sex, but it stopped when we got into his relationship seriously. It's not like I'm acting old because he doesn't have much of a libido. I'm just confused by the whole thing.
It happens to men when they get old.
Yeah, I think you just got to start calling him old and saying like, hey, your dusty ass dick, dad, doesn't turn me on anymore. Your dad isn't hot anymore. All right? It's not working. I don't want to do head for head just to suck on your dad. Does that make sense?
That's really bold of you to assuming they're getting head for head.
He said that's all he wants is head for head.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he just wanted head.
No, he said it.
I think it's like he only wants to go down on me and for me to give him head.
Okay.
British though, right?
Yeah, I would say British. I think head for head is really only like a British terminology.
That's why those people wear those big hats. It's so you can hold on to it.
Yeah.
It's nice and warm.
I think in America they call it like follow for follow, right? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same thing. How about on this podcast we call it break for break?
Bye.
A great transition.
How do you say bye in British? Bye, governor.
Oh my God.
See you later,
I think
queen.
I think it's just cheers, right?
Oh.
Cheers is hello and goodbye, like the show.
Yeah, hey. Bye.
We've already cut to the break, man. None of that's in. It was fucking dog shit.
We'll see.
You want to take the bet? And we're back from the break. I caught Christian off guard. I'm interrupting him looking on his phone for the...
I can't believe you're doing this to me.
Circle jerk.
Here we are, ready for the circle jerk. 2 weeks
Are we ready for the circle jerk?
2 weeks ago, Christian read the first part of a fan fiction sent in by our listeners. So now we're going to read the next part. Quick little recap. Christian was hot and naked for some reason. Erica was like, okay. And then he took a aluminum baseball bat to my dome.
Yes. I stood there in horror, completely nude, glistening with
horror.
sweat,
You don't understand.
over the unconscious body of my friend Josh.
Hey.
And a single tear ran down my eye.
What's the title of the creepypasta?
Well,
It's like Blood Red Eyes or something?
the last one was called A Demand.
Oh.
The entire fanfic here is called The Judges Love You by Farmer Josh on Wattpad.
Oh no, I've been doxxed.
Chapter 3, Level 2. Josh was not about to let his disturbing visage with bleeding eyes scare him away from playing his retro video game. His hand shook on the controller. He wasn't even sure if he would be able to control the joystick well enough to destroy the hordes of enemies. But he took a deep breath, and he steeled himself to be able to fight his way through the enemy headquarters.
So you didn't seek medical attention.
Yeah.
You went home and played video games.
I'm glad we skipped the exposition of what happened between you realizing you just fucking cracked open my skull.
It was spooky.
You guys are trying to distract me with a fucking Atari while you guys are calling an ambulance. You're like, oh, Josh, play the Atari. That's what you came here for.
This is kind of an anthology.
Which we all know is the best option for brain trauma. Just play video games.
Hey, look at these flashing lights.
Josh, you're facing the wrong way, bud. That is a mirror.
Before long, he was destroying thousands of colorful robots. He was even more successful than he expected. He could almost beat this level by himself. And with a little help from Christian, they should have no problem making their way to the top of the leaderboard and defeating the bloody-eyed ghost that held the top spot.
It's Josh. Josh is the bloody-eyed ghost.
It's kind of getting a little sci-fi in here. There's parallel universes, alternate timelines going on.
Sure.
Josh is dead in one, a ghost in this one, but also alive in this one. Suddenly, the level was getting harder and harder. That sounds so fucking hot. And Josh was surrounded. Oh my god, this is so hot.
The level is what I call my dick.
He knew he would just have to hold his own and survive, and soon Christian would come to save him. I mean, expected. He kept his eyes focused on the screen and the utmost concentration. He kept fighting, but Christian just wasn't coming. Bro, what are you doing? He shouted. Christian didn't respond. His life bar was slowly shrinking as he was taking hit after hit from the surrounding crowds of warriors.
Warriors are robots. I guess they can be warrior robots. Yeah. Continue.
Interesting. Christian, I need your help. Still, Christian didn't respond. Right when he was about to die, the same face from the first level flashed over the colorful, pixelated screen and stared at him. It told him one thing he didn't want to hear and confirmed his biggest fear. It said in a rattly voice, if you die in the game, you die in real life.
Of course. It's Jumanji too.
No! Josh screamed as he turned to see what Christian was doing. But when he turned around, the beanbag chair where Christian was sitting was empty. And he could clearly see the two globular indents where his cheeks had recently rested. Christian, what the fuck? Right as he said this, he heard the sound of hydraulics and crunching metal. He turned towards the sound to see the moist, nude body of Christian for just a split second before he was enveloped in a shiny metallic Gundam suit. Oh, fuck yes. Josh backwards off the beanbag as the Gundam Christian turned towards him and said, please forgive me.
No.
Do we want to hear the next chapter?
Is it the same story?
This one's called Miss Call, so maybe not. No, that was it.
So
that
you
was
killed
the end of
me.
it. Hey, I was a robot warrior, baby. Hey.
Where was Erica?
Still in bed.
Still in bed during all this.
That's really funny that you're just like, we don't need to help Christian with that, whatever that investigation needs to be.
I think this
Absolutely
is a horror
fucking not.
anthology.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You've said it twice now.
Yeah, I mean, you guys just didn't kind of respond to it when I said it the first time.
It's just not important.
It kind of feels like it is important because you're trying to connect dots here and lines of plot lines, and they're not there to connect.
Honey, there's this fun thing we do, which is try to connect all these unconnected stories and sort of pretend like, I don't know, maybe the guy who was too buff was the guy.
Sorry, can you speak into your mic a little bit? I can't hear you that well.
I am the only one on this fucking podcast who eats their goddamn mic. So don't bring that shit up again.
Josh,
What a wonderful
I
callback.
am yelling and peeking in every fucking episode.
Yeah, but that's because you're got a big old dumb mouth, not because you're eating the mic. Judgies behind the scenes discourse.
Whoa!
My subscription has expired to Envato Elements. Oh, that was the thing I downloaded. This is a listener-submitted sound. before our listener submitted story, if you want to send in either of those, judgiespod@gmail.com, listener submitted sound in the title or story in the title. That way we know whether to listen or to read. Because sometimes I listen to the stories and they don't speak to me. And sometimes I read the sounds and I see colors. I always see colors.
Bro, spell cup and then say funny colors.
C-U-P, funny colors?
Yeah.
Is it? It's not.
I think it's
cup,
I cup.
but it's ICUP funny colors. That's wrong. It should be. It should somehow be I'm the one peeing funny colors. It's spelled cup backwards, like, right? Is it?
Hey, I don't know. I haven't done this since the 4th grade.
I cup backwards is CUPI funny colors.
I'm kind of an adult. I don't make these lowbrow, crass jokes.
Howdy.
Hi.
Hello.
It's your pal, Andrew Pendragon again. I had one more listener submission I was going to send to you guys, but didn't want to blow you guys up since I had already sent 2.
You put in so much effort. Keep sending them, Andrew.
When I heard that my first one got on the pod, I literally paused the show just to call my girlfriend, brag, because I was so excited. You guys are some of my favorite podcasters in the world, and that was such a weird, surreal moment to hear one of my songs played for y'all. Thank you so much. I have other music just kind of sitting around that I only ever use for my D&D campaign, but I'd be really happy to contribute any of them if you ever need anything like that. Anyway, here's one more, and then I'll stop bugging y'all. Thanks so much, and keep the goofs coming. Love you 3. 4 when that little piss baby child shows up. What do you think about that?
Yeah. He's been here the whole time.
Okay, and now I have to find the thing, so I need to go into Spotify, go into local things.
When you say he's been here the whole time, it's like I faked my pregnancy and we just adopted it.
Yeah. This has been a long time.
I do really enjoy the TikTok comments that people are leaving now of like, when is Erica giving birth?
It's been 13 months.
She's been pregnant for so long. I'll never tell him.
Howdy there, partner. Oh, you look downright famished. Well, do I have a solution for you? Why don't you and yours step into the Judgies Down Home Kitchen, where every meal is served with a complimentary carrot chucked straight at your noggin every time you say something obscene. And after that, you can wash it down with one of our signature Mountain Dew Baja Blilks, with all that tropical flavor that you've come to know and love, mixed with some 2% milk that our health inspector said that we just gotta get out the door. And when you're done with that, why not step into one of our bathrooms that automatically photographs and catalogs your bowel movement so you can share with all your friends and show them exactly
Great
what our
idea.
slop did to your entire GI tract. Thanks for stopping by the Judgies Down Home Kitchen, where we say, well, it might just be better than Taco Bell, y'all.
What a bold claim, and what a
That was
great
beautiful.
listener submitted sound. The mans don't miss.
Could
And
you imagine me just like throwing carrots at everyone? That'd be so fun. Just like Lambert's
I
and
was
the
gonna say, it's
throwing
like
rolls.
it's that one restaurant.
I can't imagine that.
Have you ever been to Lambert's?
In Wisconsin Dells,
No, it's in Sikeston, Missouri.
they also do at a restaurant like that in Wisconsin Dells where they throw rolls at you.
Okay, but be real for your BMs is kind of a genius idea. So
Can I say that a little teaser to next week? The Mrs. Pendragon gave us some listener submitted sounds as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're a freaking. What's the word when two people
Power
are
couple.
power thruple? I'm inserting myself.
that's just called the podcast.
That's dirty talk to me. I just let you know what I'm doing, which is I'm inserting myself. This is a listener submitted story.
Oh,
And
no shit.
This is Erica.
What's up?
You might need to write stuff down.
Oh, shit.
Not really.
There's a lot of moving pieces in this story.
Relationship advice, please.
Okay.
I hate how my partner's pussy smells.
Is that legit what it says?
Mm-hmm.
Woo. Okay.
Editor, I need you to put in a record scratch.
Some quick background information. I, 27 male, he, him, have only ever had sex with 2 people. My ex, 27 female, she, her, who has a penis, and my new partner, 28 NB, they, them, who has a vagina. I myself am a vagina haver, so I understand the stigma and misinformation about hygiene, smell, etc., and am empathic to feeling insecure or dirty in regards to one's vagina.
I think I do need to write things down.
The OP has a vagina.
Okay, but goes by he, him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Partner, NB, also has a vagina.
Okay.
Ex, she, her, has a penis.
Had a penis. Okay.
So our OP our writer has never had a partner before that has a vagina.
Okay. All right. I'm following.
I think that's the intention of that first paragraph. My new partner, let's call them Sky. That's doxing, right? NB, let me think of a fake NB name, Sky. It's got to be, there's like 4 NB names and one of them is Sky. With an E. Discord gets it. We had this conversation. I've been dating for a few months and it's been wonderful in every aspect. We're super comfortable, we're super compatible, both romantically and sexually, if you catch my drift.
Ooh.
And the sex has been awful, has been phenomenal. I'm very attracted to them and we have excellent chemistry. The only issue is their pussy smell is very strong and often takes me out of it.
Okay.
This sucks.
I can imagine.
Because I love going down on them. But getting over the smell enough to do so can be a challenge, and I'm afraid they'll start to notice my hesitation. What can I do to overcome my gut reaction to pussy smell? Or should I talk to them about methods of mitigating it? If so, how can I approach this conversation gently without hurting their feelings? Like I said, the sex is otherwise fantastic, and I would hate to ruin it for them by making them insecure.
I feel like there's no way to address it without hurting their feelings at least a little bit.
Yeah.
I think maybe ask them how they're feeling.
Okay.
Like, is everything feeling okay down there? Because sometimes smell can be associated with like pH imbalance, yeast infections, other things that like you might not think is a big deal.
Yeah.
Or that you don't notice yourself. So I would approach it as a health aspect. Like, hey, I noticed the last couple of times we did stuff that like you tasted different or you smell different. Are you feeling okay? That I think that's how I would approach it.
So this is a fun little thing here because you now get to be a guy who has firsthand experience with owning a vagina, which is not as common as a guy not owning a vagina. Mm-hmm. So now you get to say whatever the frick you want.
No.
All you problematic males who want to
No.
talk about how pussy rank, yeah, you get to harness all of their power.
No, incorrect.
You get to go hard as a motherfucker.
No.
You have so much unimaginable power here.
Or you have so much unimaginable empathy.
No.
They did say they're an empath.
Never
they?
mind. Yeah.
Well,
they said they're very
empathic.
empathic. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. So you can empathize that things happen and sometimes we're not paying attention to our own situation, or you know, that's my only advice is to make it health related and be like, hey, are you feeling okay? Because they truly might not like think anything of it.
Right. Could be a diet thing, right?
That's less likely.
Okay.
That's
like
as
a
far as my knowledge goes.
Yeah.
I had a Catholic school sex education, so I don't know much.
Your wife's pussy is fine then. You've never had to investigate it.
It actually, hey,
I'm reading through the lines.
funny little plot twist here. I love the way my wife's pussy is.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah. So here's
you're so embarrassing.
my fun little take.
My mom listens to this podcast.
Yeah, so does mine. Don't listen to this episode, Mom.
We need to get Glenn's opinion, right?
No, that's even worse. Glenn, don't listen to this episode. Oh my God.
All of the parents out there, please text your kids right now and just let them know.
No.
Hey, I'm just checking in. You like how your partner's pussy smells?
Jesus Christ.
I've been with people who it hasn't been pleasant. I've been with people who it's been more pleasant. Can I say during sex, it is often one of the last things I'm thinking about, which is really interesting to me because like a lot of people are very insecure about it in my experience.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know what fucking dude is going around like just being afraid of like the way a vagina smells. 'Cause, like, It's just one of those things where it's like if you're turned on by your part, like I always say, there's a time frame like right before like sexy time starts, and then like it's literally for me like 0.1 seconds after sexy time starts or ends. I mean it's longer than 0.1 seconds where like smells, feelings, like pain, nothing exists for that time period. And then when it turns off, I'm like, oh God, what did we do? Why is there smells and wetness and what's going on? So it's an interesting thing. Like obviously people don't all have my experience. Otherwise this world would be really fucking rad. But yeah, it's just interesting to me my brain turns off on that.
Yeah.
During.
But I could definitely see how they would be like, oh, I can't pay attention to anything else now.
It's got it like so that I guess that's what I was kind of trying to say is like it's got to be pretty bad unless they're more sensitive to smells, I suppose.
It's possible.
Or they're just in their own head about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you get like a popcorn shell in your tooth and now it's like you can't stop paying attention to it.
Yeah, it could be.
You talking about the person who wrote in? Isn't their head
Yeah.
about it? Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha.
They
I don't
noticed
know.
it once, now they can't get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you realize that Kakuna's has a tie. Kakuna's has a tie?
Hey, all my Pokemon trainers out there, that one's for you.
I wonder too if it's just like, sometimes at like the beginning of a relationship or whatever, you can just like smell their pheromones and you're like, oh my gosh, you smell so good.
The honeymoon period went off
Or
on
like the
their pussy.
rose-colored glasses or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, like pheromone smells is a big part of that. And I wonder if they're just like, maybe it's fading a little bit and their smell is different. I don't know.
Interesting. I could see that, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, brain off. Sensory. I have the sensory underload when I have a boner. If I need to not feel pain, I get erect. Does that make sense?
No.
I can't sense heat, temperature changes, moisture in the air.
Wasn't there like a Black Mirror episode about that?
I don't know.
When they get turned on, that they can't feel senses.
A doctor like could touch a patient and take their pain away and like feel all their pain, and he
It's
got
the
off
Green
to
Mile.
it. It's not the Green Mile.
Yeah, the dude
Whoopsies.
dies from coming so hard in that electric chair. I'm
It
pretty
comes so
sure
hard
that's
it comes out of his
No.
mouth at one point. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god! All right, goodbye. That's the end of the episode.
that's the end of stuff coming out of our mouths.
Is
We're
it
at-
actually?
We're
Are you
at
done?
53 minutes.
Oh, do you want me to find a random story in the email?
You want me to read the next chapter of the
Nope. I'm gonna go into I'm gonna go into the listener submissions folder. I'm gonna scroll until you guys say stop, and I'm gonna read whatever I click on.
like, stop.
How? It's already been opened. Okay, it's deleted. Nice fucker.
I didn't tell you to stop.
You did what?
Gaslight him. Stop. What are you doing? Okay, but if it's
was just gonna let him keep going.
if it's deleted again, you have to take the fall on this
It's
one.
a fucking Snapchat conversation. This is
Please
the
take the
examples.
fall.
This is how it's insane we don't hit these ones on when we do the like search and find. That's 0 for 2 already.
Please.
What do you mean it's a Snapchat conversation?
Somebody said, "Hey Judgies, I've been listening to your podcast weekly since about episode 30. But I've obviously listened to every episode." Nice cover. Not even a fucking day one. I was talking in my friend group's chat today and something funny happened, and the group is called Small Facts with SMOL FAX.
That's Gandalf's horse in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Just hey, a little bit of trivia now.
That's a small facts. Someone sent lips and then the eyes emoji, sideways eyes emoji, and then lips, and it says lip eye lip, and then Kaylin says, "Oh yeah." And then our writer says, "Do you happen to listen to comedy podcasts?" And then Kaylin said, "Mark, do you listen to the Judgies?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm caught up." And Kaylin said, "Oh my God, I'm like 10 episodes from caught up. What the hell? This is too funny. Kate listens to it too." Then Mark said, "Yeah, I knew that. Ha 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 ha. I didn't really know you did." And then Kaylin said, "I would really want to play Overwatch with Josh. We could hang."
Okay. I do have to say they're gonna fucking pop off if there's. You better still be listening, you little fuckers. They're gonna pop off when they're like, our Snapchat group is brought up by the Judgies, and they drop trivia knowledge about Gandalf's horse.
Fun little story today. Today was my last day at work. We all know this.
I didn't know that.
Woof.
Congratulations. How was it?
Fine.
I got fired. What do you mean?
So they finally had the fucking balls to fire me. So they were supposed to have somebody start next Monday, not to fill my position, just in general. And they pushed her to Friday. That way I could train her. You know, classic. So she comes in, go through like 2 hours of safety training, put her back with one of my other coworkers, and Skylar's just talking to her, and she's like, you know, Josh is famous. He's quitting because he's famous. And she's like, really? And she's like, yeah, he's got a podcast. And she's like, oh, is he on TikTok? And she's like, yeah. She's like, does he read Reddit stories? She's like, yeah. She's like, I share him those stories to all of my friends. And then I was like, do you follow us? And she said, no. So she's dead to me. I got her fired.
Yeah, we got her fired.
We said, hey, I don't think she's going to work out long term. I think you should just fucking cut the cord now. She doesn't deserve a salary.
That's really funny because I went to a bachelorette party over the weekend, last weekend. And anyway. Are you done?
I'm just doing as the man says.
Anyway, we were all in the car together driving into the city, and the bride goes, what are you doing?
How about you quit interrupting my wife?
Thank you. Anyway, and the bride was mentioned, she's like, oh, you know, what are you, all right, I'm done. I don't want to talk about it anymore. No, it's fine.
Please,
it's fine. Fuck both of you.
We're doing nonverbal visual looks at each other.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Please, the bride said.
The bride says we have someone famous in our midst.
Oh, no.
It was me.
Oh, yay. Was that J-Name bachelor party?
Yes.
The one that you're going to this next week?
Yeah, their wedding is next weekend. This weekend.
Did any of
next
them?
Weekend. Next weekend.
Hey, J-Name, I
Last
saw you
weekend.
just followed us back on the fucking Instagram, so
Yeah,
you're on my
little
fucking
fucker.
shit list too. Did any of them know about
No.
it? Wow. And now they're all routine listeners.
I don't know. I hope so.
What were their names? Dox them. Oh, no.
This is so embarrassing. Editor, cut.
Follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Judgies Pod, and TikTok, and also Instagram and Twitter. Thank you.
Judges love you.
Have a good week. Bye.
I just want it to be known. I want it to be on the record. I did hit it on beat. We were just kind of all talking. There's a lot of crosstalk, but I did get it on
Listen,
beat.
how is anybody supposed to enjoy our outro if you always talk over it?
They hear it on the top.